I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah, yeah. But the way you've been crossing.
Hello guys, welcome back to being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you're new. Today we have a full extreme whole house cleaning marathon. I am bringing some of my best videos and some of my recent videos to give you over 2 hours of cleaning motivation. So go ahead, kick back, or grab your cleaning supplies, come along and clean with me and join in on this motivation. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you guys stay happy, healthy, and safe.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to.
So guys,
be afraid.
welcome back to my channel. I'm Tammy, or being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I am so excited that you decided to click on my video today. We have a lot to do, as you saw. The bedroom is a disaster. Basically, when I cleaned the bathroom out, when I've cleaned other areas, everything just kind of came into the bathroom. So we need to get this room picked back up, put back together. I picked up an IKEA organizer. I think it's Calyx or Calax or something to that effect. I will make sure that I link everything down in the description for you guys. Also, my hanger or shelf in the closet fell. Hence the pile of clothes, but Fred has fixed that, so we can go ahead and get those hung back up. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this and get started.
And you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing.
Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and start and get this unit put together. Again, this is the 8 cube Calyx, I think it's called. From IKEA. We did get the one in black when we went to IKEA. IKEA is about an hour and a half away from us, and when we originally planned on going up there, they had the pieces of the white one that I wanted. However, by the time we got to it, it was no longer available, so we picked up the black, but that's okay, because actually I really like how the black ended up, or how it turned out. It looks very nice in the closet, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get this put together. This thing was super easy to put together, and actually I feel like it was a much better quality than like the Target or the Walmart one.
I'm yours until the end of time.
And yes, technically you should have a partner according to the instructions. However, everybody was gone. School, work, you know. So I just went ahead and did it myself. And quite honestly, this thing is not as heavy as it looks. It's actually pretty light. I was able to carry it into the bedroom and everything by myself. So super easy. We also picked up the drawer and cupboard inserts for it, which again are super easy to install. These ones are the drawers that I'm showing you now. Like I've said in previous videos, Florida just doesn't have the storage. I don't know if that's all houses or just like the older houses, but they just don't have the storage that we had back in the Midwest, especially without basements and stuff like that. So we've had to get pretty creative with creating storage solutions in our home, and this is one of them. IKEA has really come in clutch with the storage situations. So if you are looking for more storage solutions for your home, definitely check out IKEA, because not only is it affordable, I mean, it kind of stinks having to put everything together, but it's super easy, super affordable, and everything turns out really great, and I really appreciate the quality of IKEA furniture as well.
Hard to just stay cool. Oh man, I think I might be going crazy. 'Cause all I really, really want is to be with you. And I'm like, I'm saying we're just friends, but thinking you're my man. And baby, if you knew, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still alive.
So I'm super excited. We finally have an update on the kitchen. We get countertops installed on Friday. I'm so excited to have my kitchen finally put back together, at least enough that we can cook, because I'm so tired of freezer meals and eating out. So not only is that getting expensive, but I just really am craving just a good home cooked meal. But anyway, so as you can see here, we are coming into a problem. This is when I noticed that there's an issue. Before we bought this, I measured and measured again. Fred measured to make sure everything was correct. It should fit. It was about an inch smaller than the space we provided, or we had available. However, we did not take into account baseboards.
Because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still alive. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered, we're just friends. Oh.
As you can see, I'm quite literally trying to figure out every which way to fit this thing in here. I took the side panel off and everything. Like, I was getting so incredibly frustrated.
Then why, oh why can't it be you and I? Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around.
Alrighty guys, the problem is the baseboards all the way around. However, it seems if I can just push it in, like right here and back, then I can get it to fit. I did get one baseboard off, but I am struggling getting this off. Whoever put this tile floor in grouted the tile right up to the baseboards, instead of, like, you know, removing the baseboards, putting the tile down, and then putting them back. Yeah, so that's fun. Like I said, I got the one out. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this one out. I've been working at it and I just can't get it. I don't want to break it, because I would like to, you know, after I get the shelf put in here, I would like to have my husband, like, cut it so we can put it right back after we put the shelf in, and then the shelf will just become a permanent fixture. So, your girl's a hot mess. It is hot in this closet. I don't know if the air just doesn't circulate in here, so it's like super hot. But I'm trying to get it out. I don't know, like, look at this board. See, you can tell that they grouted all the way up. You can see where the line is at. I swear, the more things that we find in this house, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. So anyway, I need to try to get that out. I don't know if I have time. I do need to go pick up the kids here in a little bit, so I might just leave that for my husband. Hello guys, we are back. It is a different day. Anyway, I want to show you what we got done in the closet here. So we ended up getting this baseboard out. Fred actually got it out. It still needs cut, but right now our garage is a disaster. So Fred cannot get to the saw at the moment. But anyway, so we just need to trim that down and put that back. But Fred was able to get that one out, and I was able to get this one out. And we had to take off the board here, so I'm definitely going to have to do some touch-up painting. But that's okay, because we were able to get it in. Yay! This is not where I wanted it. I actually wanted it on this side, but it just wasn't going to go there. So it works here. Realistically, it was just kind of some unused space. And so now I have a space for my crafts. That's basically what this is for. And then also some of my boots, because the other IKEA shelving that we have for shoes. If you don't know what that is, definitely go check out my living room makeover. But yeah, so boots do not fit in those. So I also wanted somewhere to put my boots, because I also have like my Uggs.
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken shy.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Frasure. I am so grateful that you decided to click on today's video. I am trying to show you all the nitty gritty grossness of what we have going on in this bathroom today. Look at that sink. I don't even know what half of this is. Obviously we have toothpaste, normal, I guess, rust from the water buildup. But there's hair, there's all sorts of gunk, you guys. This, if you can't tell, is my kid's bathroom. So I usually go in and clean about once a month in their bathroom. However, they are supposed to be keeping it clean weekly. And obviously it's long overdue for mom to go in and get things under control.
Thinking we'll be young, 'cause I'm thinking we'll be. Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend, I never listened.
So we're gonna go ahead and start by gathering all the towels, because this laundry hamper is full. I absolutely love this hamper. I found it on Amazon. Now, don't get me wrong, the price is kind of a little high. I don't know, high in my opinion, but maybe average for most hampers. I don't know. The quality on it is great though, and it fit like in the spot perfectly, and it was exactly what I was looking for. So it's super easy. You can just lift these little bags out. Those little canvas bags actually can be washed. I am not choosing to wash them today because we're going to focus on the towels, the rugs, and the shower curtain.
Old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
And of course we have a helper, because what would a video be if my cats were not in here helping? Oh my goodness. And obviously I need to replace the shower curtain liner, because they have that thing all tore apart. I don't know what they do when they get in there, but my goodness. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and throw these in the washer with a little bit of bleach. I do not use Downy on my towels. Downy will coat your towels and make them no longer as absorbent as they were, or as they once were. So I don't like to use Downy on my towels. Now technically, should I be using it on my clothes? No, I should not, but it is what it is. It smells good. But I love the smell of freshly bleached towels. They just smell so good and so clean to me. So that is what I'm doing. That is also why we mostly have white towels, because that way I don't get bleach spots all over any color towels.
I'll be your light. Be your light.
So I got a little confused at where I wanted to start because I kind of felt a little overwhelmed. But anyway, I did go ahead and go grab a bowl of pine salt and some very hot water, as hot as my water from the sink could get. And then we're just going to go ahead and start and get everything wiped down, obviously starting with the mirror. Now, I did go ahead and use Windex for this, or not Windex. It's a glass cleaner. It's the Method glass cleaner, which I absolutely love. It smells so good, but these light fixtures collect so much dust, so I needed to get them wiped down. And you guys, I don't know how, but the kids get toothpaste on the mirror, even though it's like kind of high up. Explain that one. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm also gonna go ahead and use some Barkeeper's Friend on this sink. It is my favorite cleaner for sinks, and this sink needed some love, y'all.
I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light if it gets too dark.
So at some point this summer, I'm really hoping to give this bathroom a little bit of a facelift. Now, none of the tile will be going anywhere because we are going to be on a tight budget, but I would really like to make this a dual sink. So that way, because if you guys don't know, we have 4 kids and the house is kind of small anyway. We are kind of tight-knit family in here. But in the bathroom, I really feel that we could use a dual sink. That way 2 people can be getting ready at the same time in the mornings, especially since my 2 that typically take the longest to get ready will be in high school together next year. And so that means they have to go to school at the same time and they need to get ready at the same time. So we could really use the extra sink, the extra space. I know there's not a whole lot of room here, but I really think that we could fit a dual vanity here. I also just want to give it some paint because this is the paint from the previous owner and it's kind of got some stuff and stains and all that fun stuff in it. And I just want to give this a good makeover. Also, this vanity is junk. You'll see here in a second. I look because I couldn't figure out what it was, but like the plastic is, see right there. The plastic covering or the coating on the vanity is peeling off. The drawers are wonky on it. It's definitely just a really cheap vanity, so I definitely want to get that replaced. I'm kind of thinking I want to redo a dresser and then put not pedestal, like, you know, the sinks that sit on top. You know what I'm talking about? Can you guys see my vision? It's kind of what I want to do. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I have in mind. So let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. Now, that probably won't be for quite a few weeks, because, well, I want to save up the money so we can buy everything. But I'm super excited to get that project taken care of.
From a hot California, I forgot how you look like in.
For those of you that have been around for a little bit, you know scents are a big thing for me. I love things to smell just amazing. And in the bathrooms, I love to use oils because, one, I don't want to leave a candle unsupervised. You know, we do have cats. Cats like to play with flames. I don't know why it's a thing, but it is. So anyway, I like to use the oil diffuser in the bathrooms, and today I used eucalyptus. It smelled so good. It made everything just smell so good and fresh. I absolutely love it. Commenting on the obvious here, I don't know the deal with the trash. You guys, if you guys have any tips on how to get my children to take out the trash, I would be forever grateful. We have said something time and time and time and time and time again. I have said something, my husband has said something, even when it's full, we have said like, hey, trash needs taken out, what are we doing, you know? I don't ever use this bathroom, so I don't ever see the trash unless I actually go into the bathroom, but my husband uses it, so he says something. But yeah, obviously the trash can was overflowing. It overflowed all over the floor, and I don't know if they're just oblivious to this and just don't see it or what the deal is, but any tips to getting my kids to take out their trash are greatly appreciated.
All alone, but you got me good. Well, you got me good.
And then because I felt like it would be easier to just go ahead and get on my hands and knees and scrub around the toilet, and then trying to fit the steam mop and all that in there, it's just such a tight space that it's just easier to get on your hands and knees and wipe it all up. And so that's what I'm doing, again, just with the pine salt and the really hot water, and just wiping everything down. I will say that when we moved here, we replaced this toilet, and I really wish we would have replaced it with the one like that's in our bathroom that has the smooth sides. Whoever designed a toilet and gave all those curves and edges, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I absolutely love the smooth design because it is so much easier to clean. The dust doesn't sit on it like it does on these kind of toilets. If you guys haven't upgraded your toilets yet, do it. I promise you will not regret it.
Time we're not safe and sound, not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us,
I have to be honest, I was extremely surprised that this bathroom was as bad as it is because my oldest loves to clean the bathroom. I don't know why, but she does, because I hate cleaning bathrooms. Just cleaning up other people's mess, if you can catch my drift on that, you know what I mean? I'm not a fan of. So anyway, she loves to clean it. So like I said, I'm so surprised that it was as bad as it was because usually she is on top of it. Usually what they do, my kids, like, they do chores for a week. It's one person's whole week. That is what their chores are. Or that is what they do. Each one gets a week of chores. And so my oldest is usually like on top of it. She's usually like, you guys, you have to do your chores, you know, she's my little mom. That's what the oldest children are there for, I guess. I don't know. I know I was the same way with my siblings. Like, I kind of feel like I took over not role model of a mom, but usually the oldest is like in charge. You know what I mean? If you have siblings, you get it. So anyway, so also if you're questioning why I didn't clean the shower, that is why, because I left it for her because she likes doing that stuff. And quite frankly, that is just not my thing. But I did want to go ahead and get the rest of the bathroom done. Like I said, the shower though didn't look that bad. So obviously she's been keeping up on the shower. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get these floors taken care of. And I am using my Shark spin mop. I can't remember the exact name for it. I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. I love this little thing. It is great. It is easy to take care of, easy to use, and it sanitizes the floors, which need to be done in a bathroom.
For love or pity, let me know now, 'cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying
I'm so excited. My kids have about a week left of school. did you guys' kids get out yet? I know a lot of people back home are getting out this week, which my kids are kind of upset about, that they have to still go to school next week, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get the shower curtain hung back up. Now, tip from Tammy, I do not dry my shower curtains. I will wash them with the towels and all that, the bleach, but I do not dry them in the dryer because they have a tendency to shrink. So I just washed it and then I just hang it right back up to dry, and it usually is dry by the time the kids go to take their showers in the evenings. It doesn't take long at all and it works. I think it is a great way to get that clean. And then we're gonna go ahead and get these towels folded and put away, lay the rugs out. I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of these rugs. I thought they were really cute when I bought them, but the little tassels break off really easily. We've had problems with that. And then I also need to buy a smaller rug for in front of the toilet, for when the kids get in and out of the shower. But it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get these folded. Now, another thing, if you're new here, we do not have a lot of storage. So we've had to become creative with storage space in our home. And so with hand towels, the basket that you see on the back of the toilet is where we put the hand towels. It's super cute, but easily accessible.
Go blind. Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now.
Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much again for sticking around to the end. If you made it this far, leave me a little emoji down in the comments. And anyway guys, stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week.
Cause your love made me go.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, bend over.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Come along, join my YouTube family. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for being here today. If you can't tell by the title, we are starting with a morning routine. Basically, I have just dropped the kiddos off at school. I did make a quick run through Target and just grabbed a few things that we needed. As you can see, the fridge is kind of empty and I definitely need to do a bigger grocery run. But for now, this is what we have and we just need to get it all put away.
You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing.
Basically, all mornings start like this. The grocery haul was just kind of random, or not necessarily a grocery haul, but the groceries were kind of random. That is not a regular occurrence. However, putting away the dishes from the counter, from the kiddos doing their chores, that is. And then I make my morning coffee. I usually have coffee every single day. It is just my way of saying good morning and getting the day started. I absolutely love my Nespresso. That is what I'm using. But I do also, while the coffee is brewing, like to fill up and restock my brown sugar and my coffee pods.
Leave me breathless, breathless.
So while I'm enjoying my coffee, I usually just kind of sit on the couch, go through all my emails, set up any bills that need to be paid, or kind of just go through all my social media accounts. Speaking of, if you're not following me, definitely check me out over on Instagram at bean_Mrs. Frasure. I do update a lot over there that you guys, it's a little bit more of a personal touch compared to what you guys see here on YouTube. But anyway, after I am done with my coffee, I get up and get moving. So today, I just happen to have a load of clothes that need to be folded. I will also have a load of towels that need to be folded, which I will do at a later time. But I usually like to start just by getting the bedroom kind of taken care of, getting things, like I said, the clothes folded and put away from the day before that I had washed. And then we'll be making the bed and vacuuming and just kind of cleaning up the bedroom, kind of the place that I like to start. I feel like just having the bed made really just makes everything feel put together, and it just kind of helps me to get my day started.
What are you doing to me? I think I'm going crazy. Oh, I just want you now. I wanna hold you close, don't wanna take it slow. Ooh, I just want you now. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night. Wanna put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. And it's like you're untouchable. Like you're untouchable. Don't you know you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. I'll sing until my lungs give out. You're beautiful.
I do try to wash our bedding about once a week. So on those days, or well, that day, it's usually the middle of the week when I do that. Instead of making the bed, I just take everything off, get it in the washer, and usually by the time it gets washed and dried, it is usually in the afternoon, and I am picking up kids from schools. We have kids in all 3 levels of schools, and so I'm just kind of running crazy getting all them picked up, and I usually don't end up making the bed until that evening, and then of course, because it's evening time, I don't fully make it. But that's life, and sometimes, to be quite honest, I don't make the bed at all. On the weekends, I don't make the bed. On days that Fred is home, I don't typically make the bed. I would rather spend that time with my family than spend it cleaning, quite honestly.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after.
Once the bedroom is kind of tidied up, I move into our bathroom, and I just wipe down the outside of the toilet, clean the bowl, and then I will clean the counters and the inside of the sink. I don't necessarily do this every day. I do it quite often. I do not like dirty toilets. It's not my thing. So I like to keep the toilet as clean as possible. And then also I shed a lot. So I do go in and vacuum almost every day after I have gotten myself ready. That way I can vacuum up all my hairs all over the place.
Tonight, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds, and as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time.
also try to change the hand towel out daily. However, I had already changed it for this day and I didn't film it because I usually change it out while I'm getting ready. So y'all didn't want to see that anyway, right? So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know I did change the towel out. I do like to have a clean hand towel every single day.
I don't really care about something about you gives me hope.
And then because I love for things to smell just amazing all the time, I do put some oil in the diffuser. I don't like to have candles in places that I cannot see them and keep an eye on them, especially since we have cats. But this diffuser works amazing. I think it was a wildflowers or something oil that I put in there today. It smells so good, and it actually, the scent kind of throws not only in the bathroom but into the bedroom as well.
Now with no parachute, you know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue, on the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing.
Like I said before, I do not do this every single day. I would much rather spend time with my family than to have a tidied up house. I try to do this since I am a stay-at-home mom. I try to do this every day though during the week. It helps with my anxiety just to make sure things are clean and tidy. If they're not, I get extremely anxious and then overwhelmed because things are not in order. So after the bedroom, in the bathroom, I do move into the living room. Again though, there are some days during the week that your girl just doesn't do it. I'll be honest, it just doesn't happen. So I do like to go through and dust everything pretty regularly. I actually do that maybe like once a week, maybe twice a week. Again, you have cats, they have fur, their fur goes everywhere. And this just kind of helps keep the cat hair cleaned up, really. It's more about the cat hair than it is about the dust.
I need more with us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you.
I will say doing that light dusting-ish with the duster regularly means that I don't actually have to go in and do a deep clean with dusting spray more than like once a month. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's how it goes. Deep cleaning happens about once a month. As long as I'm keeping up and doing this tidying daily or regularly, it really helps, and then I don't have to do all the nitty gritty stuff and the stuff that I don't like to do even more so that often. So like I said before, here's the towels that needed to be washed. We wash towels once a week, you know, in this house. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the bathroom towels away. This is the kids' bathroom. I do not come in here very often other than to maybe put the towels away. Sometimes I honestly just set them on the counter and let them put them away. Today I figured I would show you guys how I do it. We live in a really tiny house and there is not a whole lot of storage, so I have found creative ways to create that storage space, and rolling the hand towels and putting them in the basket has helped create that space that we needed.
We're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted to this, can't resist to be a little risky and go
for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're.
So next up is the floors. For whatever reason, this cowhide attracts all the dirt, all the grime, all the crumbs, cat hair, all of the above. So it was recommended that I just sweep it or shake it off. So most often I just kind of sweep it off. And then as I'm lifting it up and folding it, it kind of shakes some of the excess off that I didn't get with the broom. And then I'm going to go in with my Bissell Crosswave, I think is what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. My memory is like I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, I love this Crosswave. It is a wet vac, so you are not only vacuuming, but you're also mopping at the same time. Again, I absolutely love it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it plugs in, and I don't like cleaning it. I have seen, though, that Shark has come out with a cordless wet vac, and I'm trying to be good and not buy it, but I really, really want it. I do have a birthday coming up in about a month, and so I'm really hoping that the Hubs has taken some hints, and maybe I'll be getting it for my birthday, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll just keep my fingers crossed, because I also asked for Royals tickets because I'm a Kansas City Royals fan. I love baseball. It is baseball season. And they'll be in Miami for my birthday. So we might be doing that instead. I don't know. Baseball, vacuums, who knows?
Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more talking to you, and here we go again. Staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign. Yeah, give me a sign. Give me a sign.
Absolutely disgusting, and that was quite literally only the living room, the tile, and the carpet. That's the other thing I love about the Bissell Crosswave is that I can do it on the area rug as well. Absolutely love it. I don't know if the Shark does that or not. I'm gonna have to look more into it, but anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Give the video a big thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Table and move the dishes to the side. Yeah. Girl, you always tend to drive me crazy. Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing down. I'm yours until the end of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Come along and join my YouTube family. I am so grateful for each and every one of you for clicking on today's video. We have some cleaning motivation today. I am going to start here in the living room. I was noticing that these pillowcases need a good cleaning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them all off and get them in the washer along with the throw blankets.
I'll never let you slip away. And you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing down. I'm yours until the end of time.
So I am just throwing these all in together. I am using a cold water though, that way the dark doesn't bleed on the lights. But everything I've washed already before, so nothing really should have any issues with bleeding. I am using just some regular detergent on a normal wash cycle. I did almost forget this throw, and that was one of the main reasons I wanted to wash all the throws, because I noticed all the dust that had built up on this one. I also, if you noticed where I had the other ones kind of on the back of the couch, our cats sleep up there on the blankets, and those blankets were also covered in cat hair. So if you have a cat or if you have a pet at all, the hair is a real issue. So if you know, you know, right? Another thing I wanted to do today was get this ceiling fan dusted. Now, this thing is disgusting. I don't know if you can see those blades very well, but the dust has really built up on these. I typically don't notice unless I shut the ceiling fan off because it's hot down here in Florida, and we typically keep our air between 76, 78 degrees, and it helps to have a ceiling fan on to keep the air moving because of the humidity. So I usually don't notice how bad the fans are getting until I go to shut them off, and I shut this one off the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, that needs to be added to my to-do list because that is disgusting. So I like to do a dry dust first, and then I will go back through and use like an all-purpose cleaner and just get all the little particles that was left behind.
Every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. We can do what we like.
Moving right along, if you don't know what those little black things are all over my couch, those are feathers. Our throw pillows are feather pillows. A few of them anyway are. And I don't know if you know anything about feather pillows, but they literally get feathers everywhere. I honestly don't like them for that reason, but they are the best choppable pillows. You know, the pillow chop. Yes, they just seem to hold their shape better, and so I like them for that reason, but honestly, I really hate that they leave feathers everywhere. While I was vacuuming those feathers up, though, I figured, why not go ahead and vacuum under the cushions and then switch the cushions around. I actually forgot to pull the other cushion out, the long one over there against the wall. I forgot. I completely forgot until I was watching this video back or like editing. And I was like, oh my goodness, Tammy, what are you doing? You forgot to even pull the other cushion out. And I'll tell you what, that cushion is probably the worst because my husband sits there and he eats and it never fails. Like, there's always crumbs all over where he eats. Anybody else have a problem like that with their husbands? I am always like, Fred, like, what are you doing? Clean up after yourself, boy. No, I'm just playing. But I did. I totally forgot. I can't believe I totally spaced.
We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars. Baby, while we're young.
It's so funny when the kids are home when I'm filming because typically like they'll stay out of the way and like not in the camera. They're not huge on being filmed, but as you see, there's Freddie. He like poked his head out. He's like, oh, and went back in. You can't come out of our room if mom's filming. No, I don't care if they come out. That is their choice. Most of the time though, they just kind of stay away and stay off of the camera. But anyway, we're just getting all the dusting done. Everything is just kind of built up a lot. So I just wanted to wipe everything down. It's been a little bit. So also, you guys, I totally messed up my aloe plant. I was trying to cut a leaf off that the cat had chewed and it looked terrible. And I used kind of a sharp knife and took off Like I just lopped a whole bunch of leaves or stems or whatever you call them right off. So yeah, I hope it survives. But anyway, I am just trying to show you guys here the fingerprint marks. You can kind of see it on the door right there. Like the little fingerprint marks, you know, kiddos like are always touching the walls for whatever reason. Well, the other day I saw somebody use this, and I cannot remember who it was. I feel like it was on TikTok, but it's a Zep wall cleaner. It's a foaming wall cleaner, and I saw her use it, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to try this. Our walls are white. Our trim is white. Well, our walls are alabaster, which is like an off-white, but let's not get technical. Anyway, fingerprints show up, and my kids are constantly touching the walls in their little, like this little hallway here that leads to their bedrooms and their bathroom. And so I decided that I wanted to try this product. I picked it up at Lowe's. I'm not sure where else it's sold at. I just know that I could only find it at Lowe's locally. And I was pleasantly surprised. This stuff is amazing. Not only you just spray it on, wipe the little fingerprints off, but it also got, I don't know what was on my wall. I don't know if it was food, like if somebody sneezed and spit it on the wall, or I don't know. I don't ask questions when I have kids because you never know what it is. And I sprayed it on there and it literally wiped right off. Here in a second, you'll see on the bottom of this door that I'm working on, there's like a little scuff mark. And with a little bit of elbow grease in this spray, it came right off. Like, see, I'm going, yep, see, like, you'll see here in a second. I get close in here. I was pleasantly surprised. You guys, if you have kids and you have hands and scuff marks from shoes and everything else, definitely try this out.
Cry when you're not around, because it matters. Dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters. Dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine.
I just want to show you guys the rag that I used. Look at that buildup on there. Isn't that disgusting? Now that is literally from the walls and the doors right there in that hallway. That little bitty hallway right there. That's it. Like, gross. Okay, so now don't get me wrong, you could probably do this with just your regular all-purpose or like Pine Sol or whatever. But I love new products or testing out new products, and so that's why I wanted to give it a try. Would I buy it again though? Absolutely. This made it so much easier than having to like pull out the all-purpose spray that has a lot of like scent to it. Some of those all-purpose sprays are a little overpowering. This Zep cleaner, like no scent at all. I absolutely loved it. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely try it out. But anyway, the laundry or the linens, I guess, if you will, are officially done. So we're going to go ahead and get those all put back together.
Not getting tired, baby, take me higher. I'm Sunday in love, come on, give me something. I know that you want it, boy. The night is young.
And then again with all the feathers everywhere. Don't worry guys, that is nothing gross. It's just literally feathers from the pillows. So I wanted to go ahead and get all that vacuumed up before heading into the
The
kitchen.
night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our.
So if you guys have been here for a little while, you guys have seen me do this before. I like to buy larger sizes instead of, well, okay, so let me start over. My kids take a snack to school every day, and so I like to buy like full-size boxes and break them down as opposed to buying like the smaller pre-packaged sizes. It's more cost-effective this way, so it makes it easier for me, I guess, or not necessarily easier because then I have to go and break everything down, but it's just more, it's more cost effective, okay? Cost effective. When you have 4 kids and they all take snacks, you gotta find ways to save money, especially in this economy.
Love me right, yeah, this could be the summer
Now, I can't remember if I've shared this recipe with you guys or not, but my oldest daughter, because we have 3, my oldest has been begging me to make this again. It is red beans and rice in the crock pot. It is super easy, you guys, but it is so good and so filling. And who doesn't love a good, simple, easy crock pot meal? You know, we are a very, very busy family with 4 very busy kiddos, and so when I'm home during the day, it's much easier for me to like prep meals and then serve it when we are on the go. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I use my crock pot all the time. I absolutely love my crock pot. But anyway, I found this meal or this red beans and rice dinner on Pinterest. If you guys want to look it up, I do have it saved on my Pinterest board. I love Pinterest. I could like surf Pinterest all day long. It's kind of crazy. But I always find recipes and then I never cook like half of them. But you know, this is one of those that I did actually try and we love it. It is so easy. It's literally a pound of dried red beans, which you got to remember to soak those the night before or you won't be able to use them. Well, I mean, there's a quick method. I think you can like boil them on the stovetop, whatever. So much easier just to let them soak overnight. But anyway, pound of dried red beans, a couple pounds of andouille sausage, a can of tomato paste, a onion diced, salt, pepper, what else? Thyme, cayenne pepper, and oregano. So literally super simple. And then also, you use 8 cups of chicken broth. However, unfortunately, I only had 4 cups of chicken broth. So I also used beef broth this time, which is perfectly fine. It should taste pretty much the same. And then also, I don't add rice to the crock pot. I will make that in a separate dish and then serve it over it. I did not show this in today's video because I'm pretty sure that I shared this with you guys before. If not, definitely go check out my Instagram because I do have it saved in like a reel or something like that in my stories on my Instagram. So at bean_Mrs. Frasure. But anyway, I got everything in the crock pot and set on low for the next 8 to 10 hours. And we're going to go ahead and wipe these windows down because as I was getting stuff gathered for the red beans and rice, I noticed that there was little forehead prints all across every window here. And so I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so we had to clean that off. And then while I was doing that, I noticed that there was like dirt from when I came inside from watering all the plants. So then I needed to clean that. Anybody else do that? Or is it just me? Like I will see something needing to be done and then I'll notice something else and then I notice something else and it just kind of like piles up like that. You know, it's like a domino effect. I don't know. Some say it's ADHD. I don't know. What is it? But anyway, once I got the floors all cleaned up and vacuumed, I did go through and mop everything just to kind of finish her off. I did notice that there was a lot of spills. I don't know why. Obviously people don't know how to wipe up when they spill. Go figure. Again, 4 kids, you know, and a husband. It is what it is. It happens. So anyway, I just wanted to go through and give a good mop. It's been a little while since I have done a good mop. I usually use my little wet vac, the Bissell wet vac that you guys have seen me use. So I just wanted to get just a really good mopping, and I like to use a Fabuloso. That is my favorite cleaner for my mop.
Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home, don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me, let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us, it's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us, it's all about us. There's some magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck.
And it always amazes me how gross the water is. Like, no matter how much I clean, the water still turns kind of a funky color. This time, this go around was not near as bad as it has been before, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button and stay happy, healthy, and safe. Until next time, bye, guys.
Come home with me. I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah, yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old flaws, be my referee. I will be alright.
Hello guys, welcome back to being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, come along and join my YouTube family. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for clicking on today's video. We are just doing a full reset today on the whole house. Basically, nothing too deep clean or anything like that. I just want to get things just kind of set back and cleaned up and tidied up for the weekend.
You don't stick around, no. But the way you've been giving me time, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. You got the same old flaws, be my referee. I will be.
So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and load up this dishwasher, or well, finish getting it loaded and get it started so that way it can run while we're doing everything else in the house.
Never could it right, but somehow you make me change. You make me wanna do better. I don't know why. You make me wanna do better. You make me wanna do better. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like a
So I know most often, if you guys are not new here, you guys know that I usually start in the bedroom with making the bed, but today I wanted to just kind of get everything cleaned up off the counter, out of the sink, get the sink cleaned up. That way I can make my morning coffee, and then I moved on to the bedroom. You'll see that here in a second, but we want to go ahead and get these last couple dishes hand washed before we clean out the sink. And yes, I just like to use some regular old Dawn dish soap to scrub out the sink with. If it works for your dishes, it works for your sink, in my opinion. I don't like using anything special. Soap is soap to me, so it works great. And then I also like to put just a little bit of cinnamon essential oil down the drain, just to kind of prevent any like silverfish or anything like that, but also it helps make the drain smell really good.
I just wanna love you, babe. You got me around your finger, got me in a twisted state of life, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside.
So I do like to mix up my coffees a little bit. I know you guys have seen me use my Nespresso here, but I also really enjoy the Javi coffee concentrate and actually the protein. I actually really like drinking the protein coffee like early afternoon. Not only does it help me feel full, so that way I can make it to dinner time, but it also gives me that extra little kick in the booty to get everything else done that I need to get done.
We were made to fall in love. Give me what I ask, let me hold your hand. Baby, you just have to know.
that the coffee is done being made and I can enjoy it, I'm gonna go ahead and first get this bed stripped. I like to wash our sheets about once a week and change out the bedding. Usually I will, or you'll see in my other videos as well, that I usually strip it, wash everything, and then make the bed with the clean linens. But today I decided to go ahead, strip it down, and then just change out the sheets and then wash it after the bed is already made with some fresh sheets.
Again, give it to me, give it to me, yeah. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out.
I know it may sound crazy, but I like to buy new sheets about every year or so, and I'm curious where you guys buy your sheets at. I used to get them at JCPenney's. JCPenney's discontinued the kind that I liked, so I moved to Kohl's, and Kohl's no longer sells the kind that I liked from there. So where are y'all buying your sheets? Are you getting them off Amazon? I have ordered some off Amazon. I ended up returning them and never using them because I haven't decided on the bedroom decor situation yet. So I did return those, but I don't know. I don't know on the quality, if they're good or not. Y'all have to let me know down in the comments what you guys think about sheets. Where are you buying them? I like just a simple, affordable but nice sheet. Nothing too thin, but also I don't like the soft, thick sheets either. We live in Florida, so they need to stay cool.
Heard a whisper, someone saw you at a bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your stories told 1,000 times. Baby, you are using the same old lines. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fix.
And I do not know what is up with this blanket. My stepmom actually got it for us. She worked at Bed Bath & Beyond, which y'all know is closing, so I can't even go there. But anyway, what I'm referring to is the blanket. That's where it came from, and for whatever reason, it just does not fit a king-size bed very well, even though it's made for a king-size bed. So the sheets kind of stick out of the edge, but you know, it is what it is because the comforter covers it up. It just makes it a little difficult at night because it's not as wide of a blanket, and it doesn't matter which way I turn it. It just, it does that. It's just too short.
There I can see a different me. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken.
So I know that I have been promising a bedroom makeover, and you guys, I'm on the struggle bus with it. I can't find a rug that I love, and if I'm going to spend that much on a rug, I have to love it, for one. For two, I'm trying to decide if I want to go as dark as I originally wanted in the bedroom. By dark, I mean, I was gonna... Okay. Spoiler alert. I was going to do an accent ceiling and do some like faux tiles, but I wanted them either black or copper, more of like a copper preferably, which would really darken the room, but I thought it would look really just moody and I don't know, kind of sexy, I guess, for the bedroom. Can I say that word? Is that okay? Don't clutch your pearls or anything. But anyway, I don't know. Now I'm like stuck on what to do. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to keep it light and bright? It's a bedroom. I like kind of the moody look, but I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Should I keep it light and bright? I know it's Florida, so light and bright is always nice, but sometimes I just want to change it up. But I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. So eventually you guys will get a bedroom makeover. I just have to make all the decisions before I officially, you know, make the decision and, you know, just do it. So I just want to make sure that before I spend the money that it is what I want it to be. Y'all catch my drift, right? Because now I'm starting to ramble.
One step forward and another back. I would never try to fool ya. I'm one heartbeat away from going mad. Girl, when you look like that. Closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Girl.
And another thing, if you remember from the very beginning of us moving to Florida, we are really struggling with space. Or not necessarily space, but like where to put things. One of those things being the litter box. So yes, that was litter all over the floor. I don't know where to put it. We had it in our closet and I'm like, I don't really like it in our closet because I don't want our clothes to absorb the smell of the litter box, which it typically doesn't smell because I completely clean it out every single week. It gets scooped every single day. And now it's in our bedroom. It's doing better in our bedroom than it did in the closet, other than the litter mess all over the place.
Girl, when you look like that. Closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Damn, girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on your bed and you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in, I felt your breath. Then I knew the girl I need you.
And since I was in the master bedroom, I decided that it was probably a good time to clean our bathroom as well. Now, this is just a simple to do. For those of you that are not new here, you guys know that I like to clean the shower while I am in the shower. It just makes life a lot easier for me. Sometimes I do have videos though where I do clean it for you guys, but this is just a day where I'm just doing the outside of the shower. I'm doing the toilet and the sink and the floors, getting it all just kind of cleaned up, dust free, hair free, because your girl sheds. I shed everywhere. So I just wanted to get all my hair picked up and yeah, just kind of doing a quick tidy up of the bathroom.
I'm not mad at all. We both tried and tasted fall. Can't hold our love against the wall. No. Every inch of me is hurting and
So I am on the hunt for some different like antique vintage things. I'm really wanting to get a Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper wooden crate and a couple maybe other things like blue mason jars, you know, and I don't know. I absolutely love like that vintage antique stuff for decor. And you guys, we had so many places to go back home in Nebraska to find these things. But down here in Florida, I'm really struggling. And I've looked online, I've looked on Facebook, I've messaged a couple people on things, but they just are not messaging me back. So I have just been on the hunt for some fun vintage antique thrift shops. So if you guys are in Central Florida, Central East Coast, or even like basically from like Jack's down to Melbourne, and inward towards like Orlando, anything like that, and you guys know of these antique stores, let me know, because I am on the hunt for things that I cannot find. Well, I can find them online, but nobody responds. And it's like, I'm trying to throw my money at you, but you're not like taking it. So I don't know what the deal is, but it's okay. But if you are in Florida, let your girl know, because I need help. I want to find these things because I have some ideas brewing for some summer decor. ideas or inspiration for you guys, and I am so excited to film that, and I really wanted it out for Memorial Day, but it's just not going to happen. That's why you guys are going to watch this video on Sunday instead. Hopefully I can find some other stuff and just get that video up for you guys, because I love putting out Americana decor. You know, we are American, obviously. We live in Florida, and I just love putting out our flag in red, white, and blue and all that for summer, since the 4th of July is coming up, and all that. So anyway, if you guys are in Florida, let your girl know where all these vintage antique stores are. Help me out. So as I was like setting up the couch, or like resetting the couch, fluffing the pillows, folding the blankets and that stuff, I was looking outside because you guys, it started raining again. It has rained every single day, pretty much all day long this entire week. And we need the rain so bad, but oh my goodness. I mean, at least I'm not having to water, like, you know, God's watering my plants for me instead of me having to pay to water my plants. So, you know, it's fine, but I need some sunshine in my life. I moved to the Sunshine State. I need some sunshine. I love sunshine. It just makes me so happy. And having rain in gloomy days, like, it just demotivates. Is that even a word? I don't know. You know what I mean, though? I lose motivation to do anything when it's gloomy outside. Are you guys like that? I mean, I think I had kind of that problem back in Nebraska because it would be so gloomy so much, especially like in the winter time. And I really don't want it to be like that here, but hopefully, I mean, the sun is on the forecast coming up soon. So, and we will be spending all weekend in the sun. So I cannot wait.
All I wanted was your love. Time, should we break it? 'Cause I'm not staying anymore. I've been waiting here before. It is not the first time. Thinking that you'll change this time. No, I don't need a heartbreak. I don't need to save you. 'Cause I gotta be you. 'Cause I gotta be you. No, I don't need a heartbreak. I don't need to change you. 'Cause I gotta be you. 'Cause I gotta be you.
Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video until the very end. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, give the video a big thumbs up, share with your friends. That helps me out a ton. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Thinking that you'll come around. I've been waiting here before. It is not the first time. Thinking that you'll change this time. No, I don't need a heartbreak. I don't need to save you. 'Cause I gotta be you. 'Cause I gotta be you.
Come out and play. It's Saturday, and I promise I'll love you much better now. The sour taste will wash away, 'cause I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you said that you don't.
Hello guys, welcome back to being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, come along and join my YouTube family. Don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload. It is free to subscribe and follow me, and don't forget to share my videos with your friends and family. It helps YouTube know that you are liking my content, and it will help push my videos. Like I said, it is free for you to do, but it helps me out a ton. Now let's go ahead and jump into this video. We're starting with the kitchen handles. Yes, we just remodeled our kitchen. A little backstory. Just under a year ago, we moved our family of 6 from Nebraska down to Florida, and our kitchen in our new home needed remodeled. So we went ahead and did that. If you have not seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out. It is a good one, and you would be very surprised to see where this kitchen came from. But at the time, I bought these handles off of Amazon. They're stainless, and I liked them, but eventually I changed my mind. Not only were they incredibly cheap, that is, I think, why I was having so much difficulty getting these off. Thank God for the hubby, because he came in and saved the day. I did end up changing all the hardware off of all the doors, but the drawers were just giving me such a hard time. But anyway, so I changed from stainless to black, and I absolutely love the black so much more. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments which one you like better.
Tell me you're feeling it too, and love me like yesterday. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, baby. Won't you love me? Oh, but kinda new way. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too, and love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday.
Now, I did say that the old ones, the old hardware, the stainless steel is off of Amazon, but the black ones are as well. They were not as cheap, I guess, affordability wise as the stainless, but they are a much better quality. I think I got 35 of them for $60, which honestly is much cheaper than going to the store and buying them individually, but they were still more expensive. I think I got the other ones, I don't know, $35 for maybe 50 of them, 40 of them, something like that. So just in the price, you can tell that the stainless were gonna be much cheaper, or much less quality, I guess, if you will. But anyway, so don't necessarily, you know, check off Amazon as a place to find handles and stuff. Just make sure you do your homework and get something that is maybe a little bit more expensive, still affordable, of course, before totally brushing it off, because I absolutely love the black ones. They, like I said, are a much better quality. The screws are much better quality, and overall I just love the way they turned out. But if you are interested in them, I will definitely make sure that they are linked in my Amazon storefront. I do make a little bit of a commission off of that, but it does not cost you any extra.
I know you think about every time I'm out, and sometimes so we're texting back. But baby, don't you know I will come around and let you know I'm always coming back. 5 in the morning, all we do is fight, and thought you'd come and make it
that all the handles are changed out. What do you think? Can you kind of tell? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the cleaning motivation because this kitchen needs a good deep clean. As I was putting the handles and stuff on, I did notice that the cabinets were kind of gross. So we're gonna definitely get into cleaning those, and then we're also gonna clean out the grout because this grout is quite nasty. You guys definitely want to stay around for that, but first we're just going to do some light cleaning.
Leave this up to you, 'cause now I'm done and down the line, so I will leave it up to club will go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and
I'm not sure if you guys saw the hubby in the background there just a little bit ago when the camera was faced towards the island. You could see him in the background outside doing a bunch of yard work. He took the rest of the week off this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to spend time with me. Our 13th wedding anniversary was on Wednesday. So I can't believe it's been 13 years. We've actually been together for 16 years, but we've only been married for 13, which I say only, but really, that's a long time. Like, I'm super proud of us. You guys, honestly though, he is my best friend and I absolutely love him. So anyway, as I was saying, he was outside doing some yard work. We have some plans we just have to set things in motion yet. To do some renovating, I guess, if you will, of our yard. Just trying to, make it our own, and kind of updating things. I do want to add a lot of flowers and stuff like that. Our old house had like a bunch of irises and plants that I had put in a lot of time and energy and effort into, and I absolutely miss all the flowers. So we are wanting to do some sprucing up, if you will. Are you guys curious into seeing that? I'm not sure if you guys want to see something like that. If you are, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know, because I would love to film that for you guys if you guys are interested. We definitely are doing it on a very tight budget, so since we spent a lot of our budget inside the home, but the yard needs something. We're kind of, we need to spruce her up.
it's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Can't get enough. I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down.
Now I thought I should let you know.
If you're wondering what I just dropped down into the drain, it was some cinnamon essential oils. I heard that if you drip that down into your drains, it'll help keep like the little silverfish away. If you don't know what silverfish are, they're like little tiny bugs and they are attracted to moisture. And well, hello, we live in Florida. Moisture is inevitable here. And I keep finding them and they're driving me crazy. So they come out of your drains. So I decided a more natural way to keep them away or deterrent would be to use the cinnamon. So I like to just, you know, clean out the sink and then I'll sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon down the drain. I do this in the showers, in the bathroom sinks, and also here in the kitchen. So just a little tip from Tammy: if you have a silverfish problem, if you're noticing some bugs, definitely try that.
It's no more, we don't know. No, it's no more, we don't know. No, it's no more, no, no.
So typically I would use a dish rag to wipe down the cupboards, but today I am using a sponge that I found at IKEA. These sponges are actually surprisingly really good for as cheap as they are. So definitely check them out if you're interested. They have a smooth side and a scrubby side. I'm just using the smooth side on the cupboards today.
Passion in the comatose, baby going down, 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 baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat, we keep moving like the river goes, baby going down, 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 baby going down, 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 down. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that you don't know, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a hill, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know that you don't know, no, it's no more, we don't know, no, it's no more, we don't know, no, it's no more, we don't know, no, it's no more, no, no.
I'm also using the Fabuloso water mix on the appliances. Now, I do have some appliance like stainless cleaner. However, I was reading that you really shouldn't be using the stainless cleaner on your black stainless appliances. I don't know how much it's true, but apparently it can damage the black stainless coating, so it kind of made me a little nervous. So today, since I already had the mixture out, I just went ahead and used the Fabuloso and water. However, I think it is recommended to actually just use dish soap. Dish soap. Come on, talk, Tammy. Find your words. Dish soap and water.
Emotions, sometimes I'm the lighting. Don't wanna pick a fight when everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run it on me, leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking. I said that I needed you, like a late night with someone that I knew. I just hope you won't get hurt. I just hope you've been through worse. Sometimes I'm broken.
Just sitting here and watching the playback and doing this voiceover, I am so happy with these new handles. They just look so much better. It really changes the look of the kitchen. I feel like maybe it was just too sterile of a space, or looking, I guess, not necessarily sterile of a space, but it looked sterile. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like the black handles just give it a little bit more, and I just absolutely love it.
One who's breaking hearts. guess I can't help myself. Would you call on me if I'm in the dark?
So now's the time to get down into the nitty gritty. I am using the Zepp grout cleaner. This stuff smells really good. Like, it's got like a minty smell, but our grout, when I poured it on there and I kind of let it sit and then I started scrubbing, oh my goodness, you guys, the smell was honestly horrendous. Like, I kind of like felt like I was gonna, you know, like puke. I don't know what the smell was, but it was terrible. We have not cleaned this grout since we moved here. I know, shame on me. You know, it is what it is. But I'm cleaning it now, and I am regretting not cleaning it before because it was absolutely terrible, and I honestly couldn't believe it. I do have a few close-up shots. You can see how dirty they actually were here in just a few minutes here, but oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do my whole house with this, and I'm not looking forward to it because I have carpal tunnel. I don't know if you guys know that. Former hairstylist here. Now I just do my kids and my dad's hair when he's in town. And my carpal tunnel started acting up so bad after doing all this. And honestly, I was using my electric scrub brush, so I don't know what the problem was. But I was scrubbing away, you guys. Just watch, because I know you guys are gonna be just as grossed out as I was.
It goes like, we're singing. It goes like,
I guess it's been a while since I was told last. I can be like this and I can be like that. I guess my time's run out. It's just confusion, yeah. Have you ever felt like you was on display? Every word you said just had to be explained. I guess my time's run out. It's just confusion. Try to come around, but I know it's gonna take a while. So what? I wanna hang with my friends. So what? I wanna go out again. So what? I wanna write you a song. It's not my fault that you can't sing along. I try to keep it cool anyways. I try to stay away from mistakes. I'm making my way and I'm good on my own. Skipping the show cause it's all that I know. It goes like, we're singing. It goes like, I wanna hang with my friends. Just wanna be myself. I wanna hang with my friends.
After I was done scrubbing the grout, I wanted to get all that extra like Zepp buildup off of the floor, so I did go ahead and mop. I just used some of the Fabuloso again. I love the smell of Fabuloso, you guys, and I think it does an amazing job at cleaning. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and get all that extra cleaner up off the floor. Don't worry, I know you guys saw me kneeling in that. I did go take a shower right after this to make sure that all the chemicals and everything got off of my skin. I am so bad about putting stuff like gloves and flip-flops on. I have them, I just never remember to do it because I just get zoned into cleaning and then I forget. But I did want to go ahead and get all this just mopped up real good before the cats came in here or the kids came in here. So I was kind of double mopping a little bit back and forth. Like I would mop, wring it out, and then mop the spot again. So but you guys, I cannot believe the difference it made. I know it's really hard to see here on camera, but it really did make a difference.
If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I can feel it grow like a body of water.
Another thing I wanted to get done is to deep clean our rug. Now, it is a kitchen, food falls on the floor, it's what happens. I have kiddos, it gets dirty, right? So I just wanted to go ahead and get it cleaned. I didn't want to pull out the big carpet shampooer, so I just pulled out my little Hoover clean slate and did it by hand. It worked so much better. It cleaned the little spots up of the spilled food. Easy peasy. So I will show you guys though how dirty the water is, so make sure you watch. You guys are really getting the gross today. You guys are getting it. I am not hiding anything and sharing all my skeletons.
Inside, let me stay there for a while. I feel it now when I see that smile, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul.
I do just love this little cleaner though. It is so easy to just pull out and put a little bit of water in and use it for small spaces. I've used it here, or we've used it in the car. I can easily use it on the armrest in that of the couch. It is great. I absolutely love it. I'll try to remember to leave it linked down below for you guys. If not, I'm pretty sure that I have it linked in my Amazon storefront if I do forget and you're interested. Okay, so see, so gross, you guys. I could not believe how much this pulled up. But anyway, now that the carpet is done and clean, this is the next morning, so the carpet is completely dry. I found these little like skid proof or like floor grippers on Amazon, and they work really well. I was really surprised because they were very cheap. I just wanted to make sure though, because this does not have like a skid proof bottom on it to keep it from sliding on the tile. So I did want to go ahead and put these little guys on the bottom to help keep it from moving, because I cannot tell you how many times I have almost fallen from this rug. So we're just going to go ahead, get those on the corners and stick them right down to the tile. They work perfectly. Again, I'll leave them in my Amazon storefront if you are interested in them. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, give the video a big thumbs up. Why don't you leave me something in the comments? Leave me an emoji, your favorite emoji, down in the comments if you've made it this far, because you guys are the real MVPs. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Even though it's kind of toxic, babe, you know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Being Mrs. Frasure, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. It already means the world, and I am so grateful that you decided to click on my video to watch today. We have a ton of motivation. The kids are officially back in school, and I have a lot to get done before I need to go pick them up. So let's get going.
Slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love.
If you guys are new here, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I am Tammy, mom of the Frasure family. I have been married to my husband for 12 years now, and we have 4 kiddos, Mia, Hayden, Kendall, and Freddie. We recently just moved from Nebraska down to the east coast of Florida. We absolutely love it here, hence why we moved, and I am so excited. We are slowly getting our house together. I say slowly, but in reality it's probably not quite that slow, but we are almost done. We are over that hump of getting our kitchen done. So make sure you subscribe because you're gonna want to see this. We got new counters today and I am so excited to share those with you guys. Those will be in next week's video, so make sure you come back. But anyway, I'm just getting some laundry done, and of course last week's video, I think it was, I organized my side of the closet. So, you know, I felt like Fred's side of the closet was looking a little I don't know, the colors weren't working for me, the mix-up situation. So when I was doing his laundry, I decided to go ahead and organize all of his clothes. I put all his tank tops in the front and then his work clothes in the back, and then I just kind of went through and colorized everything in between.
I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my
I'll be honest, organizing Fred's shirts is purely for me and my happiness. He does not care. He just puts his clothes up there and calls it a day. I don't know. I just like keeping things organized. It is just my nature to do so. And again, his portion of the closet here has been driving me crazy, especially after I redid all of my side. So I had to do his side. In our old house, I couldn't see it. It was all one closet, but we had my side and his side, and it was separated, and it was perfect because I couldn't see the disorganization. But here I see it, so I fixed it. Yeah. It's so much. It's so pleasing to the eye, don't you think? Doesn't it look better? I don't know. Do you guys do that? Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys color code your clothes, or am I just crazy?
I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile. What is it that you do? My life was
So if you saw last week's video, you saw that I vacuumed this rug and I wanted to shampoo it. However, our old vacuum, there's just something wrong with it, and yeah, it just didn't work anymore. So I picked up this new Shark. I'll leave on the screen what it is. I cannot remember off the top of my head. But anyway, it's a lightweight cordless vacuum. Again, it's Shark. I love it, you guys. I was like, I don't want to spend the money. I kept telling my husband, I'm like, this is just so much money. It's so expensive. Why do vacuums have to be so expensive? Good vacuums, you know? I haven't really had good luck with other brand of vacuums, so I don't know. So anyway, I bit the bullet, picked it up at Lowe's. Probably not the cheapest route to go anyway, but I got it. So here we are, and it works, and I love it, and I am so happy because I finally was able to shampoo this rug after I vacuumed.
you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
So I totally spaced that while vacuuming underneath of things that this vacuum bends in half, basically. I will show you here in just a second what I mean after I show you all the grime I picked up off the floor. Disgusting. Oh my goodness, look at all the hair. Anyway, see right here, I totally spaced that it did this. Bend it. There you go. I totally spaced that it did this, and you guys, this is amazing. I absolutely love, I can reach so much farther without like breaking my back, like under the vacuuming under the bed, under the couch, and all that. I absolutely love this vacuum. Again, I'll make sure that I leave it links down below for you guys because you want it, trust me. So anyway, now we're going to go ahead and shampoo these carpets. I will say that I thought that I was going to be okay with this handheld shampooer, which I do like it for spot cleaning because one of the cats had an accident on the rug already, and I used it and it cleaned it right up, no problem. However, doing the whole thing all at one time, that was a lot of work. So I may or may not be in the market for an upright shampooer instead of this handheld one, but we'll see. Like I said though, so far so good. I like this one. I think this one will be great for like the couch, or again for any spot treatments that needed to be done.
We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
I'll tell you, I absolutely love the look of this white rug. Actually, it's a carpet remnant, if you didn't know that already. This is actually a carpet remnant that we got at Nebraska Furniture Mart when we still lived in Nebraska. We had it binded, I think is the word. Basically, the edges finished off, so it looked like a rug. Amazing. Super cheap, affordable, whatever. Great option instead of buying a whole rug. But anyway, my point being is that I absolutely love the idea of a white rug. However, it was so not smart of me to have the rug put out while we still had construction going on for renovating, our kitchen, because now it is stained. Like I said, I need to probably get an upright, I don't know, something that would probably help get a lot of that dust and dirt out of there, because my arm and stuff, the handheld, it's just not strong enough. I think if again I had an upright, I think it would be just fine. So I might have to go buy my old one. I used to have I can't even remember what it was, like the Hoover Carpet Shampoo Deluxe or something like that. Anyway, I have a video, a review video on here with almost 100,000 views on it. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. But anyway, I absolutely love that shampooer, so I might need to go get another one because I didn't bring it with me because we didn't have carpet and I didn't think I was going to need it. So, what do you do?
Tell me, do you think of me too? 'Cause every song just reminds me of you.
Alright, you guys, now that that is done, we're moving on to the dining room. Kind of our dining room and kitchen. It's all one, as you can see. We have a lot of stuff going on. So I wanted to get some of this out of the way, so that way when it was time to have the countertops installed, they wouldn't be having to work around all this junk. It still stays kind of cluttered, but not as cluttered. You'll see what I mean here in a second, but I had to make it work. I tried my best anyway. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get some of this decluttered. I cannot wait until this is all done and all put away. I'm so excited because we are so close. Like I said, we are on the downhill slope of things for the kitchen, and I am so excited. So excited. Actually, the next 2 videos you guys see after this will be kitchen renovation, finishing up, all that jazz. So definitely make sure you are subscribed so you can definitely come back and see that. I am so excited, so excited to share that with you guys. So definitely come back. You're going to want to see this. But for now, we're going to go ahead and try to clear out some of this mess.
I've been as cold as a bucket of ice. I've been trapped like curious mice, and I've been looking for a way out into the sparkling light. I've been a lost balloon in the blue, and like Tom free falling without a clue. I didn't know what to do until I first saw you, and now I never have to freeze under rainy clouds. No need to pour no gasoline.
Ooh, also, while I'm looking at it, our lanai, or patio, or back porch, you know, depending on where you're at, what you call it. We're in Florida now, so it's a lanai. Anyway, screened in room area out the door there. I am so excited. I have a lot in my mind here of ideas, and I've already started buying things, so I'm super excited to do a little makeover out there. And yes, don't worry, I will be filming it for you guys to give you some motivation for your own screened in porch, lanai, back patio situations.
Under the ground, looking for answers I couldn't find. So far from home, down in the world below.
Okay guys, I need your opinion. As you can see, there are vertical blinds there on the sliding doors. I hate vertical blinds with a passion. Right now they just stay open and you can literally see right into our house, especially maybe not so much during the day, but at night you can. And honestly, I didn't have an issue with that at our old house, but the new house, kind of an issue because we're all on one level here. So I need to know, do we just leave them? I'm taking the vertical blinds down, so do I just leave it open or do I hang curtains? Should I put curtains in a dining room? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Leave your comment down below and let me know what you think.
We don't need no fuel or fire for our love to burn.
This floor is like a literal hot mess. That's why I'm showing you guys. It's disgusting. I cannot believe. Can you imagine? So we had carpet in our old house, and I'm seeing this all on the tile, all this built up on the tile, and I'm like, holy crap, that was in our carpet back at the old house. I don't know that I could ever have carpet again. It blows my mind. Also, cat tree, I had best intentions of scraping all the hair out of there and getting that all cleaned out. However, my carpal tunnel was acting up, and so I couldn't get all the hair that I wanted to. I only did a good portion of the top tier of the cat tree, so you're gonna see that here in a little bit. But first I want to get some of this hair vacuumed up because as I'm moving things around, it was just flying everywhere. So I wanted to vacuum it, even though normally I would work from the top to the bottom of a situation, like, you know, windows, dusting, couch, all that stuff, and then vacuum. But the hair was just flying everywhere. It was driving me crazy. These cats are shedding. Us girls are shedding. It's a hot mess around here, guys.
You're like a ghost in my mind. I can't escape you. I need to believe it was right letting you go. 'Cause you are like a ghost in my mind. I wanna escape you, but I do not believe it was right.
I've never owned a regular fabric couch. I know that's crazy. Well, I take that back. I guess I have. It's just been a really, really long time. Like, I mean, we're talking over a decade. Our old house, we only had leather couches. So before that, you know, well over 10 years ago, we had, I think, a cloth couch. But anyway, I'm trying to stay up on vacuuming this. I don't know how often I should be vacuuming with pets and children and a husband, you know. How often do you guys vacuum your couches? Like, let me know, because this is new territory for me. Also, I'm curious, do you guys shampoo your stuff? Your, like, couches? Or do you, wash them? Like, how often do you go about doing these things? Because I need help. Before, like I said, we had a leather couch. I just wiped it down when it got dusty or dirty or something got spilled on it. So it's a quite different situation. So anyway, right now I'm just vacuuming it. It actually looked really nice. I have been like craving carpet lines, even though I don't want carpet anymore. And there was definitely like carpet lines on the couch. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It was actually very satisfying.
Every song just reminds me of you, and it breaks my heart. You're still here though we're apart. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over.
I really try to keep up with getting the cat hair off of this thing. Usually I try to do it every other week or so. It hasn't been done since we moved here. And we've been here for 2 months. Can you believe it, guys? 2 whole months. But anyway, I haven't had the time to do it. It just hasn't been on my mind, and it got out of control. So I got the top tier done, and I had to take a break. Not only was my carpal tunnel acting up, but like the hair was just flying everywhere, and it was really causing me to be like itchy and sneezy and all that jazz. So I needed to stop. So we're gonna go ahead and get vacuuming everything up here, and then I'm gonna also go out and shake off my cow rug, which was not a good idea either, because everything like flew back in my face. It was a hot mess. But anyway, that just seems like the easiest way to clean it. It's just to pick it all up and shake it off outside. I don't know. I was recommended to sweep it. You can sweep it. We definitely sweep it. Not vacuuming, even though you did just see me vacuum. But shh, don't tell anybody. Okay?
When you left, it was cold. Said we loved one another. Guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer.
Another new thing for me here is unfinished wood. So, I don't know. Stupid of me or not, I bought furniture with unfinished wood. As you can see, there is definitely a stain on my TV stand. Obviously, somebody set a cup up there. Not thrilled about it. But anyway, I do not know how to go about cleaning these, you guys. Obviously, it was dusty. I just showed you. I just got a wash rag wet. No soap, no nothing. It's just water. and wiped them down because I don't really know how to clean unfinished wood. So I don't know, I might eventually go through and just get like a sealant, like a protectant on it and finish it, but I really don't want the shine. And I know you can buy matte, but that stuff kind of changes, you know? I don't know. So anyway, let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for unfinished wood as well.
Our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you for so long. I met you in the You know it still hurts a little bit, but not that much. 'Cause if you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I met you in the summer.
I absolutely love these amber medicine bottles, vases, however you want to call it. They are back in stock in Hobby Lobby. I just saw them the other day, which makes me happy because if those ever break, it means that I can replace them. But I just love the amber glass. It's just so pretty, but it really works for our decor. I mean, technically, I guess it's more fall, but I don't know. It works. So I love it. If you're looking for it, check out Hobby Lobby.
Oh no, anxiety creeps up on me.
We don't currently have a kitchen sink. Most of you guys know, I've already said in this video that we are renovating our kitchen, so we do not have a kitchen sink. So I have been trying to work around that. Usually I would use the sink to fill up my mop bucket, but today we're using the shower head. It works, you know, whatever you gotta do, right? Make your life easier, you know. It is what it is. So I'm just filling up the mop bucket with some, what is that called? It is the purple stuff. It is not Pine Sol. I know y'all just saw it. Yeah, I just forgot what it's called. Anyway, using that and just some hot water just to go through and mop everything. I do have a wet vac. The Bissell, yep, I'm just not able to name things right now. Anyway, so I do have a wet vac. I usually use that. That's more like a daily thing. I do like to go through though and use an actual mop at least once a week, or I try to. We'll say that. I don't know. I just feel like this gets it cleaner than the wet vac. Maybe that's all in my mind. I really don't know, guys, but I definitely wanted to go through and just get everything mopped up. It also makes the house smell so good. It's fabuloso. See, yep, light bulb went off. The fabuloso in the mop bucket with the water, it makes the house smell amazing. You're welcome.
I try to say something, but there's the word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heart beat raising. Oh, it doesn't work. I try to work.
Okay, I need you guys' help. One, if you're wondering why I was just standing there looking, I'm trying to decide. I wanted it to kind of show a little more of the cowhide than what was already showing before I cleaned it. But anyway, I need your guys' help because this thing slides all over the floor and I don't know what to do because most area rug, like this non-slip mats that go under area rugs are square, and I mean, I could cut it, but oh my goodness, that seems like a lot of work. So how do you guys keep your cowhides from sliding on the tile? Any help would be greatly appreciated.
A new beginning, and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fine.
Alrighty, up next is this disaster of a bathroom. We haven't really done anything in here. My husband changed out the light fixture, we put up a shower curtain, and that's about it. But it is time to tackle it. I hate this shower curtain rod. I've been saying that word a lot in this video. And I shouldn't say hate. Hate is not a good word. Maybe highly dislike. Probably a better option. Anyway. I don't like the curved rod. This is how they had it. And maybe it's turned incorrectly. I don't know. Not a fan. So I did go ahead and buy a new one. It's just a straight across rod. I picked it up at Target. It's brushed nickel, super easy to put up. You can just put it up normal or screw it into the wall. I didn't want to screw it into the tile. So anyway, but before I get to that, I'm going to go ahead and give this shower a good scrub down, because 4 dirty kiddos use this every night. And it is a disaster.
How did I get caught? The walls are caving in. How come I got lost in this endless spin? Why do I feel so empty deep within? Where did I go wrong? Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day.
I absolutely love this Clorox like scrub pad on a stick. I don't know what it's called, you guys. Again, I'm lost for words. It's been a long day. But anyway, I absolutely love it. I picked it up at Target. It is amazing. It saves my back. And it just makes everything so super easy to scrub everything down. I'm also using the CLR Kitchen and Bath, which my aunt actually recommended to me years and years ago. And I love it. It is amazing. It makes all the rust and grime and everything just disappear.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water.
So, an attempt to solve our storage situation. If you are not new here, you know that our house is an older Florida home and the storage situation is basically non-existent. There's just like no storage in these old homes. So anyway, I am forever trying to find storage solutions, and this is my solution for some towels. I picked up this cute little basket. Actually, I picked up everything on here. All the towel storage situations. I picked them all up on Amazon. If you're interested or looking for them, definitely check out my Amazon link. I think I have a list with everything on there for you guys that you guys can check out. If that link even still works, I don't know. It's not affiliate, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I picked up this basket. I will say the basket was level, but the bar where the towel hangs is not level. You'll see here in a second. I'm checking it and I'm like, what the heck? But it works. It's whatever. I just needed a towel hook. So we me and the mouse in my pocket, I got this hung up. I also got the bath towel one hung up as well. So I'm just forever, like I said, trying to find ways to make things, storage situations work. And this was my attempt. Does it work? Sure. Does it look okay? Sure. Is it my typical, like, what I would rather have? Not necessarily, but it works, and I don't hate it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it hung up. I was going to split it in two, but it didn't work that way. You're supposed to have it all in one, so you'll see me fix all that here in just a second.
But not as much as this does, so baby, bye. It's for the best, and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
I will say, although this isn't something typically I would want for decor, it did work, and I would definitely recommend it if you have like a cabin or something like that. I think it would look really cute in a cabin bathroom. I don't know. That's kind of where I can picture it at. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this hung up. You'll see here in a little bit, I can't remember exactly which point, but I know we're getting close. I'm going to go ahead and get all the towels hung up and put on there. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned to the end to see how that turns out. But I also want to get this picture hung up. I will say that, yes, I did use the command strips, and they did not work because the walls are textured. As you can see, they are heavily textured, and the command strips do not like textured walls. So not a fan of the texture, but it is what it is. I'm just going to leave it and live with it and learn to love it. But yes, so learn from me. Don't use command strips on textured walls. While I am hanging these command hooks for my kids' loofahs, that picture came crashing down. So that was exciting. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get these command strips. These are bath specific ones, so don't you worry. They're going to do just fine in the water. I'm going to get these hung up on the tile, and that way my kids can put their loofahs on a hook instead of on the floor.
We can do what we like. We can do what we like. Baby, while we're young. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars. Baby, while we're young. Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too.
don't know if you saw the beautiful greenish blue teal aqua laundry basket that I was folding the towel or pulling the towels out of as I was folding them. That was our dirty towel basket in the bathroom, but I felt like it needed something nicer and less baskets or laundry baskets-ish. I mean, obviously this is a laundry basket, but it just looks nicer. You know what I mean? I will say this was a little bit on the expensive side, and it was also a little bigger than I wanted. However, the reviews were very good on it. I actually really like it. It's a really nice piece, and it works out. So it will hide our dirty towels that I didn't know where else to put them, since our laundry is now in the garage and we don't have a laundry room. So anyway, I'm just gonna get this together and then I will get it in the bathroom and we will show you what it looks like. The final look of how everything turned out here in a second, after I fold these towels. Again, more storage solutions and just using a basket. Alrighty guys, so we're going to finish up here and get the shower curtain hung up. Tip from Tammy: when you wash your shower curtains, don't fully dry it. Just dry it enough to get the wrinkles out, but still damp, and then hang it. Trust me, it'll make sure that your curtains don't shrink. So anyway, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you would, please. And make sure you come back, because the final kitchen reno, we got 2 more videos. So you're definitely going to want to be there. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.